My name is Madeline Hollingsworth, and today I'm going to be talking about how alcohol marketing remains legal in the United States. So, even though alcohol can cause serious health and social problems, it is still heavily advertised through television, social media, sponsorships, and many other forms of media. Within this presentation, I'll explain the legal protections, the regulations, and some of the debates surrounding alcohol advertising. Introduction. So, alcohol is one of the most commonly consumed substances in the world, and advertising for it is almost impossible to avoid. Whether it's commercials during sporting events or influencers promoting alcoholic beverages online, alcohol marketing is a major part of everyday life. So, because alcohol can lead to addiction and other harmful effects, many people question why companies are allowed to advertise it in the first place. So, one key question that is majorly asked is why is it legal to advertise something that can be so potentially harmful? Main idea. So, the main idea of my paper is that alcohol marketing is legal because of several different factors working together. These include constitutional protections like free speech under the 21st Amendment, government regulations, and self regulation by alcohol companies through themselves. So, the overall goal is to allow businesses to advertise while also trying to reduce harm to the public. So, the system aims to balance the business freedom and public health concerns. Historical background and prohibition. So, to really understand current alcohol laws, it is important to look at the history. During Prohibition, which lasted from 1920 to 1933, alcohol was completely banned in the United States. The government hoped this would reduce crime and improve public health, but instead, it led to illegal use of alcohol, alcohol sales, organized crime, and black markets. So, because of these problems, prohibition was eventually repealed, and the government decided that regulation was more effective than banning alcohol completely. Why alcohol marketing is legal? So, one major reason alcohol advertising is legal is because alcohol itself is legal for adults over the age of 21. Businesses in the United States are generally allowed to advertise products that can be legally sold. So, advertising is also protected under the First Amendment as commercial speech, as long as advertisements are truthful and not misleading. This means companies can legally promote alcohol within certain limits. Ads must be truthful, they must avoid misleading claims, and the government cannot fully ban ads without strong justification. Federal regulation. So, even though alcohol advertising is legal, it is still heavily regulated by federal agencies. So, the Federal Trade Commission monitors the fairness and truth in advertising. They make sure they are not deceptive or unfair. And the Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau, also known as the TTB, regulate things like packaging, labeling, and taxes. These agencies help prevent false health claims or misleading information in alcohol advertisements. They help prevent false health claims and misleading product information while ensuring consumers are not deceived by these products. State level regulations. So, under the 21st Amendment, this gave power to the states depending on location. So, this means that alcohol rules can vary based on where you are within the states or within the country. So, for example, some states may limit billboards near schools or place restrictions on certain promotions. This gives states the flexibility to respond to the needs of their own communities. And then there's industry self regulation as well. So, the alcohol industry also regulates itself through voluntary advertising guidelines. Many companies agree not to target minors or encourage excessive drinking in their advertisements. So, for example, companies avoid using cartoons or content that strongly appeal to the younger audience. They also try to make sure that most of the people seeing their advertisements are adults over 21 plus. Role of social media. Social media has made alcohol marketing more complicated because platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook allow companies to target specific audiences very easily. However, it can also be difficult to control who actually sees the content. Even though age restrictions exist, underage users can still be exposed to alcohol advertisements through shared posts or inaccurate age information. One of the biggest criticisms of alcohol marketing is that advertisements may still appeal to younger audiences. Many ads use humor, music, influencers, and social trends that attract teenagers and young adults. Alcohol is also often shown as something connected to fun, popularity, and success, which can create unrealistic ideas about drinking. Public health concern. So another major concern is that alcohol advertisements rarely show the negative side of drinking. Most advertisements focus on positive experiences while ignoring risks like addiction, health problems, impaired judgment, or accidents. So public health advocates argue that this creates a one-sided image of alcohol and pushes for stronger regulations to better protect consumers. People who support alcohol advertising argue that it plays an important role in the economy. Advertising helps businesses compete and inform consumers about different products. Alcohol sponsorships also provide major financial support to industries like sports, entertainment, and media. Supporters also believe education and personal responsibility are more effective than banning advertisement. Key takeaways. The key takeaway is that alcohol marketing is legal, but it is highly regulated. There are multiple layers of oversight, including federal agencies, state law, and industry guidelines. The goal is to balance business freedom with public safety and health concerns. So, in conclusion, alcohol marketing remains legal because of alcohol itself being a legal product, and advertising is protected under commercial free speech. Instead of banning alcohol advertising, the United States has chosen to regulate it through laws and industry standards. While the system is still debated and criticized, it reflects an attempt to balance individual freedom, economic interest, and public health concerns. Thank you for listening.